Oh, hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Four of Swords. I feel like lately you've been a little bit of a skeptic, you know. I think that, and maybe even when it comes to tarot readings, divinations, sort of spiritual messages and things like this, I feel like you're kind of like, I don't know if I believe it yet. Like you want to, right? But you're trying to remain rational. You're trying not to get carried away. You're trying to sort of, in some ways, you're trying to suspend judgment until you really know, until you really get the experience, right? So being skeptical doesn't mean that you don't believe anything. It just means that you're not really deciding on something yet until more information comes in, okay? So there might be a situation in your life that's kind of like that now, where eventually you're going to have to form a judgment about something, but right now you just want to see what happens. And you want to see what other kind of information or really what kind of experience you have. You want to see it firsthand before you judge it, right? I think you're somebody that people tend to seek your advice when they have an issue like that, because they know that you won't get carried away by your own personal beliefs and what you want to sort of be true, and you'll look at things objectively and you'll try to be very reasonable. And it's like you don't pick sides in things until you kind of, until you get all the information and you get the experience, and then you can make a decision, right? So people know you as being rather fair. Yeah. Let's put this card in some context. Let's see what this might be in your life right now. And you'll have to excuse my voice. I've been talking a lot today, if you can believe it. Look at that, a 10 of Cups. I feel like this is the situation, that something is sort of being promised to you in life. Something is being almost is being offered to you in a way. And you're just saying, okay, I'm not ready to totally believe that. And it's like you're trying not to get your hopes up until this really comes through, until you have it in your hand, right? There's the Lust or Strength card. There's the Five of Wands. There's the Emperor card. There's the Devil card. This has so much potential. You want to believe this so bad, because of what it means for your life and what it really is going to activate in you, and because of what it means for the future, and because of how hard you've already been working for it. But you've got to wait until you get it, right? You're trying not to put the cart before the horse. You're trying not to celebrate until something really is here, until we get the experience and you can form a judgment. With that 10 of Cups, sometimes it feels things could be too good to be true. If it's 10 of Cups, come on, that's a little much, Maybe a 6, 7, 8, 9 of Cups, I'd believe, but a 10, come on, give me a break, And so you want to believe it, but you're trying to just suspend your judgment until the rest of the information comes in. There is a fixed water energy with the Prince of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Magician. And finally, the Judgment, the decision coming down, right, with the Two of Swords. So it is by the end of the process, you will have formed an opinion, a very educated opinion. You will have decided on something. You will have formed a judgment, and that's that, right? Maybe it's about agreeing to something. Maybe it's about sort of getting your hopes up for something, or really allowing yourself to enjoy something like this, The feeling of, I don't know if I'm really ready to smile, because what if this isn't real? What if it's an illusion? What if it gets taken away, etc., etc.? Okay. So let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here, and I'll give you something special. We're going to do the octopus for the mystery card. I don't have a name for the octopus yet. My daughter literally just gave that to me today. So we still need a name for the octopus, and of course a tortoise too. We can get a name for the tortoise and the octopus, and maybe we'll have to retire one of these. I might do a poll asking which one of these we need to retire to make room for tortoise and octopus. Yeah. Okay, if you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments. Let's use our intuition, right? We have it. Let's use it, practice it, exercise it. We'll get better at it. So put your prediction down in the comments. Looking around the room, I like the major arcana we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty standard. We've got some fire. We've got some water, water, water. And then we've got our air. And the air is really the thing. Being fair, giving sort of equal voice to both sides, really able to look at all angles of something and to be able to listen and listen to one argument over here, listen to another argument over here, and then we'll think about it and figure it out. And this is, of course, you deciding left or right, yes or no, guilty or not guilty, whatever, right? Could be that you're on a jury. Maybe this is sort of you... maybe this is you getting an offer or feeling the prospect that this 10 of Cups is here. This, you want to get your hopes up for this, right? And it's kind of like maybe it is an opportunity to do something, right? Travel somewhere or take a job somewhere, or maybe it's even a relationship kind of thing. We really want it to be this good. This is all the satisfaction that we could possibly want in life, right? Unbelievable. You're trying to just sort of be rational about it and trying to say, okay, maybe this is the potential, and this shows that you really want this to be true, but is it true? Is this a good idea? Should you do this, yes or no? Should you believe this, yes or no? What is your judgment about this 10 of Cups? About this situation? It's kind of like, is it really a 10 of Cups, or is this an illusion? Is this just what you want to see? Right? As of yet, we don't really have any earth energy, right? We've got our 1, 2, 3, 4 majors. We've got our fire. We've got a lot of water, and we've got our air. The water is kind of saying that, hey, I feel this, and I want it. I want it real bad. And we're trying to stay kind of calm and trying to get away from the emotions. Yes, I know, I want it, heart. We're kind of like putting our heart aside and trying to really get the experience and really get the awareness and maybe there's higher discernment involved here to figure out what we want to do, what we should do, what is the best choice. So we got a lot of water because it's really something that you want. It's something that really does tug at your heartstrings here. What we don't have is any earth. So we're not yet ready to take action. We're not yet ready to do the thing. We haven't decided yet if we're going to, right? So it makes sense that there's no earth energy here. Okay. So resist the urge. I feel like that's what we're trying to do here is resist the urge. We even got the luster strength card underneath everything. You understand that if this is real, if this is true, this is going to unleash so much power in you, like so much creative, like this is going to be the best thing that you've ever, this is the way that you're really going to be able to, to create and express yourself. This is the card of courage and bravery, lust and passion, but it's the card of creativity, right? It's the card of magic. It's the card that really is sort of unleashing all of your potential. This really could be it, and you really want this to be it. Okay, I don't know exactly what it is, but it almost feels like a big break. And especially when we team this card up with our 5 of Wands, I feel like you've been trying to do this for a long time. You've been working hard already maybe to get that big break, to unleash your creative, maybe this is the actor within you, right? This is the performer within you that really has this creative force and fire. Maybe this is the opportunity. Maybe this is it. You've been fighting for it for so long. You've been struggling to make it happen that it's very easy for you to believe that this is real. Because you really want to believe that it's real, right? And that's why it's very important for us not to get carried away and not to give in to the urge just yet. We got to wait it out. We've got to form our judgment in a very good way, using all of the factors involved, using, of course, the spiritual discernment, but using our heart and our mind too. Looking at the facts, looking at the feelings, right? This is kind of like your talent in a way, right? This is you knowing how much potential you have. And maybe this is it. Maybe this is going to satisfy everything that you've ever wanted. Now, the situation itself is not a 10 of cups. It's what we think we're going to get through the situation, right? Whatever the situation is, you're kind of looking at it like, ooh, this could be it. This could be a 10 of cups situation, right? But we're just not sure. We're just not sure yet, okay? The Emperor is very interesting too, especially when we consider it in conjunction with the Lust or Strength card. Because for one, it's kind of saying that this opportunity seems absolutely perfect because it seems like it's going to give you this creative control. It's going to bring out the best sort of creative force and fire that's within you. But it also is really an opportunity for you to sort of take control and be in charge and be the leader and be perhaps independent or work for yourself. Maybe this is a show business opportunity. Maybe this is something in the entertainment world. Maybe this is something about starting your own business or turning your creativity into a real kind of moneymaker, right? So the Emperor needs the discipline, and I think this is an important factor because it's kind of like the Emperor is one of those forces that wants to get all the information in first. The Emperor, a good Emperor anyway, doesn't make rash decisions, right? The Emperor is going to listen, poker face, right? Poker face. Going to take in all the data, going to listen to both sides of the argument before making a decision, okay? Maybe you're trying to choose between two suitors, right? Or, two romantic relationships, or maybe two different jobs or something like this. Or there's two salespeople trying to sell you something, right? And they both say theirs is the best. No, theirs is the best. And you're just sitting here listening, not giving away your feelings, right? Not displaying your desire and your urge to have it. You're just listening. Okay. All right. And then it's like, I'll think about it. Maybe you're buying a car. I don't know. The Emperor is going to take in all of the data that's available. It's going to take everything into consideration: the emotions, the desire, the will to get this done, the implications, the long-term implications of something, all the facts, all the perspectives, all the data, spiritual data, mental, emotional, physical data, all of it, right? And then we'll retire to their chambers and make a decision, And you're kind of the judge in this situation, and maybe you're on a jury, right? And maybe it's, maybe we're kind of making a decision that's going to affect somebody else's life. It very well could be. Okay? And I feel like the 10 of Cups is kind of what you want to believe, what you want to be true, what is going to feel the best for you, right? But it doesn't mean that's always the best way forward. I think with the devil energy in the front, in the future sort of situation, whatever this situation is, it might be an opportunity for you to really make a lot of progress in something that you've been struggling with, that you've been working hard toward, right? This is a driving force. This is something that it means so much to you that you're willing to endure. You're willing to climb that mountain to get to the top, right? To succeed at something. This really could be something that is going to help you realize your purpose. Yeah. It's something, it's almost like giving you a lot of gas for your tank. You know, it could be something that maybe is promising you a lot of resources to accomplish what you really are wanting to accomplish, right? But even with the Devil card, we kind of see this idea of we want to see what we feel, right? That we sort of will look at something with our own bias, and I think we're biased by our emotions. That's what we see here with all this water energy. We want to see this as being the absolute miracle that it's being sold to us as, and I think maybe it is. But you don't know that yet, right? So you've got to take in all of the factors. You've got to look at, are you just kind of being led by your desire to do this thing, that you want it so bad that you're gonna, fall for that spam email thing that they send to ask for money for, some prince somewhere, whatever, right? We all get those kinds of things, yeah. Sometimes it's just, I want it so bad, and I could really use the money, and it would solve a lot of problems. It would be an absolute miracle. Sometimes, if something is too good to be true, it might be, but it might also be true, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Okay. So sometimes with the Devil card, it means we've got to sort of take a step back from things. That we're sort of we desire it too much. That we're a little bit too sort of obsessed with something. Yeah. The lack of earth energy is kind of getting to me too. I know it's because we haven't made a decision yet, and we're not taking any action on this yet, But I also wonder if there's some sort of a physical thing going on. And that maybe there is a need for financial resources. Maybe there is a need for some sort of healing. Maybe there's a medical thing going on. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anything or predicting anything. But I wonder if there might be something like that. And the financial thing, that's always kind of a factor, right? Yeah, we all always could do with a little bit more money, right? I'm not going to say no to more money. I'm not going to say no to more healthfulness, more well-being, right? I'm healthy now, but I can always be better, right? Always be more healthy. But I feel that there's something there that this really, really would assist with. Okay, whatever it would be. It could even be a medical decision that you're trying to hear both sides of it. Yeah, this new medicine, this new treatment is absolutely wonderful. It's perfect. And then, of course, you're listening to all the side effects, all the potential risks, and it's just like, okay, I don't know what to do. We want it to work. We want to believe in it, right? We've got to make a sound judgment here. Now, we're going to talk about the path of the serpent a little bit. A lot of the same stuff over here, As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. So let's talk about this now with the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups is a fixed mental, emotional state. We are identified with a feeling, and it's not going anywhere. It's kind of like, this is what I want, and we're basically looking at the world. Our idea of truth is going to be colored through sort of our feelings, our emotions, and what we sort of desire, what we want, right? And this is the difficulty, because it's, we're looking through like a lake or something where there's a lot of waves, there's a lot of turbulence, and all the sediment is getting stirred up, and we can't really see what's down there. And it's like, yeah, I think there's gold down, I think there's a treasure chest down there, but I can't really see because my emotions are clouding my perception, my judgment, right? And of course, we see the next card with the Four of Cups is kind of the settling down of those emotions, that sediment. It's kind of saying, we got to wait for the water to become calm, smooth like glass, right? So we can see down to the bottom and see what's really there. And especially with the 10, we can't see at all what it is. All we see is gold and beauty and pleasure and satisfaction. We see everything exactly perfect the way we want it to see. I really wonder what that mystery card's going to show us. I really, really do. I think we should do a botanical inspiration card. Maybe we should do a hexagram from the I-Ching as well. Botanical inspiration, the pansy, it says, sweet thoughts. Pray you love, remember. And there are pansies. That's for thoughts. Sweet thoughts. Yeah, I think that it really is something that is, and this sort of confirms, right, those sweet thoughts, right? That it's something that's being sort of shown to you that looks beautiful, right? That looks like exactly what we want, and it's sort of is it nourishment? Is it success? Is it beauty? Is it a poison apple? And you're hungry. You see an apple. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm pretty hungry right now. All we see is that beautiful, delicious apple. But we don't see the hand that's holding it, maybe, right? I do want to do an I-Ching hexagram. I think that will be very useful right now. And the I-Ching tends to show us whether we're being foolish or whether we're being wise, and what sort of questions we might need to ask ourselves in the middle of this decision. You know, as we're trying our very best to be rational and objective and not get carried away by our urges, our desires, our plans, our feelings, our perspective, and our every other thing, that we're trying to be as wise as possible here. And this is because I started off saying that people like you because you're objective, because you don't take sides. You just sort of, you're not biased. You take in the information, you make a decision based on that, This is a hard one for you because this is so personal to you, because it is affecting you, obviously, directly, right? Let's see, what is our hexagram? 55, abundance. Creating success, the king is present to it. Do not mourn, a fitting sacrifice at noon. Okay, let's read the commentary. A wealth of resources, but also a wealth of choices, tasks, and demands. This is the crucial moment where it all comes together. In a time of abundance, there is no place for sorrow or misery, or anxiety, I should say. It is not the time to hide yourself away. Decide what you will do and make the practical preparations to go forwards. What are you called on to do, and what decision must you take now? That doesn't help us, does it? It basically is describing the reading here. This is a crucial moment. It's not the time to hide yourself away. No, this is something that has fallen on your shoulders to decide. You're the emperor here. Okay. And I think whatever this is going to lead to a lot of practical preparations, right? So this is it. This is what the reading's about. You've got to make this decision and then start making the practical preparations to move forward. We need the earth energy after this. I wonder if this will be earth. This might be the Seven of Cups. It might be some earth energy. The Four of Cups, I think, is the approach that we need to take. One, we need to not listen to those people around us that are trying to just hype you up. There are people around you that are just they're getting more emotional than you are. And they're saying, oh my God, did you hear what they said? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? And calm down. And I like that we've got the Four of, I'm going to put that back there. We don't need to look at that, right? I mean, I know that's there. We're just trying to be objective. We're trying to steady the mind, steady the heart. Trying to Keep the water nice and smooth like glass so we can see down and see what really is going on here. But I think that there are people, this is the card of the environment, there are people around here that want it to be true as well. Friends, family members, whatever, coworkers. That they're all ready to jump into this, but it's not their decision. But their enthusiasm is sort of rubbing off on you a little bit, you know? And you got to try to, in a way, isolate yourself. Separate yourself from everybody and just get the data. Yeah, all your friends are hyped up about it. Yeah, okay, well, that doesn't help. You know, that's just going to get you hyped up, but that doesn't make you more objective. It makes you less objective. The difficulty is that the Magician card, obviously, because I feel like the Magician is, well, one, it's the card of adaptability, right? So it's kind of saying that whatever happens, you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to deal with it and roll with it. If you accept this thing or you agree to it, it turns out it's not quite a 10 of cups. It's, you know, something else. You were lied to. This was an illusion. It was too good to be true. Well, you're going to be okay. But the Magician is also saying that this might be something that's going to cost you money. Like literally, this could be a transaction. It could be you're buying, like, you know, a car, let's say. And it looks beautiful. Oh, it looks nice. The price is right. And the salesperson sure knows how to sell. My friends all love it. I love it. I want it. But I'm going to take it and get the inspection, safety inspection. I'm going to take it for the test drive. I'm going to get someone to look at the engine. I'm going to test all the electrical stuff. I'm going to look at the Blue Book value for it, whatever. I'm going to call the highway patrol and see if it's been in any, I don't know, whatever, high-speed chases. I'm going to check the Carfax, you know, all this kind of stuff. You're going to do your due diligence. Because this is a transaction, it's business, right? It's personal. And people always say, oh, don't take it personally, it's just business. Well, it's affecting me personally, so it's personal. Sorry, right? But we have to try to get into that mindset that this is business. And as a business sort of situation, you've got to treat it as such. You can't let your own personal feelings get in the way of what the right move is. Okay? You are trying to make the best decision for you and your business, your family, whatever it is. So we need to be as objective as possible. We need to look at it as, what would like the best business person on the planet do here? What is the right move? Not what I want the right move to be, not what I think would feel really, really good to do, right? Not what my friends are telling me, right? The Magician creates their own reality. This is the architect of your reality, and I think we have to be able to, in every moment, be able to make these sorts of decisions using this kind of higher wisdom of the Magician to make the right decision. So there is sort of there is the factor of intuition. Okay? And I think it's really in this Two of Swords. We see the crescent moon up at the top. It's a decision that, it's about the weighing of the options, the taking in of the facts, the seeing both sides of things, and using the higher wisdom to sort of make a plan, make a decision, and then the emperor can execute the plan and we can move forward. This has to be something that's going to lead you closer to your goal, not further away, right? That's going to increase your power or your station in life and not take away, not diminish your power, right? Your magical abilities. But we have to trust the intuition a little bit too. It's difficult to hear the intuition when your heart is racing and your mind is racing, right? So we need to calm the heart and the mind down. These are the things. And the Four of Cups really expresses that too, because this also has a lunar crescent at the top. In order for you to hear the voice of your intuition, you've got to calm your heart down. Okay? And I'm not saying that we have to become an ice cube, right? But we don't want to be so excited, and we don't want to be all in our passions and in the throes of this kind of turbulence, internal turbulence. We will not be able to hear the voice of our higher wisdom or our intuition. We will not make we may, if it's a 50-50 thing, well, we've got a 1 in 2 chance of choosing correctly, right? But we'll be more likely to make the right choice if we can work through some of these energies. Now, I want to look at the mystery card. I feel like this is going to be very revealing. If this is earth energy, we sort of know. If it's air energy, maybe that's a sort of planning. But if it's some water energy, what kind of water are we going to get? I really don't want to add to your difficulty here by predicting anything. I don't know what it's going to be. I would like it to be an Ace of Swords. That's the only sort of objective, neutral thing that I can think of that would be good here, is your decision. You've made a decision. Ace of Swords. Decision's made, right? If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. A 9 of Cups. A 9 of Cups. The idea that maybe this is very, 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 very close to being absolutely perfect, but it's not quite. How does this help your decision? This is the card of happiness, right? This is the card of sort of pursuing your happiness, following your bliss, following your dream, living your dream, But it's sort of one short of this, right? It's kind of saying, we can't expect absolute perfection. You're buying a car, let's say, for instance. Whatever decision you make, know that the car is never going to be absolutely 100% absolutely divinely perfect and flawless. Nothing is flawless. Nothing here manifested on this plane of existence is without any sort of blemish or scratch or a little piece of dirt or a dust or a little nick in the paint, right? You buy a new car, I guarantee, as soon as you get it home, you're going to find a little scratch somewhere or a little thread on the seat, a little something in the interior. It's a brand new car right off the line. There's going to be some little tiny imperfection somewhere, right? A little tiny scratch in the paint or a little something on the seat or something like that, right? No such, and you can turn that one and say, I want a new one, right? It's going to be the same thing. So maybe this is sort of, we've got our hopes up, but are we going to be disappointed when we get a 9 of Cups instead of a 10? Maybe. I mean, if we really think a 10 is kind of the perfect 10 is possible in this situation, then maybe you should say no and you should decline and you should wait for that situation that's going to give you that absolute perfect 10, that perfect happiness, nothing lacking. This, it's a 9 of Cups. It's saying a little something's lacking. There's still something else I want. Yeah. And maybe this is really the important thing, because maybe we want a little bit of something left over, so we've got something else to strive for. If you satisfy all of your desires, then what are you striving for? What do you have to work toward? Okay, and I'm not just talking, gratifying every single whim and desire that we have on surface level kind of stuff on a daily basis. I'm talking about those deep soul desires. If this is the situation that solves every single problem in your life, makes everything absolutely perfect, one, is that even possible at all ever? And then, would you really want that? Maybe leave a little bit of something left. It's the idea that if you become sugar, you can no longer taste sugar. And, well, we all kind of want to taste the sugar now and then. the sweet thoughts, right? So we don't really want to get off completely this wheel of Dharma, right? Because we enjoy existence. There are things of beauty here. There are things that we love. There are experiences of, we're not, I don't think, going for complete annihilation of consciousness. And we do wish to transcend. We want our lives to improve. We want to be done with certain cycles. We want to work through our karma, and we want to improve, and we want to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. But I think we like it here. Yeah. Very interesting time in your life. Very interesting. I'm curious what this decision is. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to leave any comments or anything like that, you want to share anything, please do, right? If you want to watch the extended, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Taurus, usually on Mondays and Fridays. Okay? This is a special update for you because I feel like this is something that's kind of going on right now for you. Yeah. Be sure to watch both readings Monday and Friday. This doesn't replace your Monday or Friday readings. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.